The Stasi of East Germany. The Stasi, these were East Germany's secret police or police force before German reunification of 1990. And if you know anything about East German history, living in East Germany before 1990, you'd have to be very careful what you say, who you spoke to, and who you associated with. And the reason I mention this is because, I run this group, Infected Blood Australia. And as a result, we have to say what seem to be controversial things, like Australia's government is covering up Australia's deadliest medical scandal, contaminated blood. Tens of thousands of people having been infected with HIV and hepatitis C before the mid-1990s. You haven't heard about it. No one's heard about it. Why? Because Australia produced its first $100 billion company out of tainted blood. Basically, they pulled off a heist in 1994, and the government privatised Commonwealth Serum Laboratories, and it became CSL Ltd. And they didn't want to tell the public that Commonwealth Serum Laboratories had killed all these people and basically helped contaminate our entire blood supply. And the other reason they didn't want to go near contaminated blood is because they don't want to, affect the operations of the Red Cross, who are also responsible for it. So, as a result, you're left with thousands of victims with nowhere to go. And the only place for them to go is to come to our group. And what's also happening now is we're taking in the first wave of people claiming to have lost loved ones due to the CSL manufactured AstraZeneca vaccine. Now, you might have heard me in the past voicing my concern over CSL manufacturing any vaccine for Australians, given their terrible record with their other medicines, having killed 1,400 Australians with their tainted Factor VIII products, having still not told us the truth about that, still lying, even under oath, lying about how they used to import high-risk blood from overseas, places like Indonesia, Malaysia, from Papua New Guinea, Hong Kong, and they would secretly mix it into products and then tell parents in Australia that it was 100% Australian source blood, and then those parents would give it to their children, and their children would end up with AIDS and Hep C. So I run that group. And so what happens is I talk to anyone and everyone. That's the rule. The only people I don't talk to are people who promote violence or people that want to have physical harm on do physical harm on others. But apart from that, I didn't come from East Germany. No offense to East Germans. I like Germans. Excellent sauerkraut and all of that sort of stuff. Good people. But no, I actually came from Australia and the UK. That's my bloodline. My heritage is Scottish. And in fact, my relatives came to Australia to help start the Australian Navy. Yeah, and that was some time ago. And they fought in the First World War. And kind of the thing that Australians agree on is that, we want to be free. And part of being free is being able to talk to anyone and everyone. I can talk to any person of any race, creed, or religion. And I'm going to. That's always been me, right? I'll talk to Jewish people, Muslim people, Buddhist people, Japanese people, anyone. But recently what's happened is there's been one or two people in the public and one or two journalists who've said to me, why did you speak to this person? Because apparently this person is a anti-vaxxer. And I said, why? Because they spoke to me. They were polite, they were decent. I heard their views. We may disagree on some things, we may agree on others. What's the problem? And they said, the fact that you're speaking to this person, all these people, maybe you are an anti-vaxxer. Well, that's where I stop, I'm afraid. To those people who would like to censor my conversation or think that you're going to censor me by saying that if I listen to other points of view, I'm something bad, or I'm anti-this or anti-that without hearing me out, listen, you're talking to the wrong person. I'm running a group for victims of Australia's deadliest cover-up. And there are other people that are victims of things that are going wrong. And I'd suggest that this AstraZeneca vaccine has not been ideal. Australians have died, that's the truth, and they have come to our group. So, we're not the Stasi. If you have concerns or you have a loved one that's been injured by any blood product or any medicine made by this company, CSL, come and talk to us. Thank you very much. Charles Mackenzie, Infected Blood Australia.